What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another Los Angeles Lakers video. That's right, the Laker Dog is back, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I am missing calling the Lakers games. I've gotten a lot of rest since the All-Star break. I'm refreshed and ready to go. Hopefully the Lakers are as well. I'll be back on Friday night for the Lakers and the Pacers. If you guys have any new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. I do the play-by-play for every single Laker game. We always have a lot of fun in there. That's why I am the Laker Dog. I also do a ton of Giants content on this channel, New York Yankees content, everything else. So I hope you guys will subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links in the description below. If you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I will follow you back. Let's talk about Los Angeles. They started off 21-6 this year. They finished the break 24-13. They lost 7 out of their last 10 games. Obviously, the injury to Anthony Davis had a lot to do with that. They lost their second best player. They lost one of their best scorers and their best rebounder, best shot blocker. They lost a lot when they lost Anthony Davis, not just the scoring aspect, but obviously they lost all that interior defensive presence and the postgame. Los Angeles is really good with Anthony Davis, but there's no doubt that they are definitely lacking in a couple spots. I could definitely use an outside shooter. These guys are incredibly streaky. We've seen Wesley Matthews. He's been god-awful this year. Caruso and KCP are in shooting slumps. It's like the entire Laker team went into a shooting slump as soon as Anthony Davis went down. And even before that, it seemed like for 2 weeks before Anthony Davis got hurt that they really couldn't, find their shots. It's like a lid was on the basket. So they're obviously going to have to step up their game. The Lakers are going to make a run at this thing again. But there's no doubt Los Angeles was really lacking depth at the number 5 position, the center. Last year they had JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard, 2 basket protectors, 2 rebounders, 2 shot blockers. Even if they didn't score a ton of points, it is something that the Los Angeles Lakers desperately need. Now, there's a lot of talk about Andre Drummond getting bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers. If he is bought out, obviously he can choose to go wherever he wants. Los Angeles Lakers have expressed massive interest in Andre Drummond, and it makes perfect sense. Andre Drummond could come in here, and although he's not the same player that he used to be at one point, he could easily get you 15 and 12. It is something that the Los Angeles Lakers desperately need. I think they need an Andre Drummond more than they need a wing shooter or a three-point shooter. There's no doubt about it. I think that these guys, if they do have an interior presence in a post game and it allows them to get open on the perimeter, I think that these guys will find their shot eventually, and I think that that'll be fine. If they could add a shooter like a J.J. Redick to go with an Andre Drummond, that would be amazing. The problem with Andre Drummond is this. The Nets can offer him a lot more money than the Lakers can offer him, and we'll see what Andre Drummond does. The one thing that the Lakers can offer him that I don't think the Nets can, especially since they just added Blake Griffin, is minutes. I think that he would get more minutes with the Los Angeles Lakers. I think that Andre Drummond would move right into the starting spot. I think you'd have Gasol come off the bench, and I think that that could definitely benefit Marc Gasol and the Los Angeles Lakers. But I think that Andre Drummond, he'd obviously be on a one-year deal here with the Los Angeles Lakers, and it would give him an opportunity to really prove himself again and get another deal somewhere else. It would also give him an opportunity to win an NBA title. I'm not saying that the Nets aren't going to be in that discussion, because obviously they are. They just added Blake Griffin. They added James Harden. I mean, they're making a run at it. There's no doubt about it. The Nets are trying to sign everybody under the face of the earth or under the sun, whatever, to try to win a championship over there in Brooklyn. So, and they could definitely use a big man as well. They got rid of a lot of their bigs. They got rid of Jared Allen, and they have guys over there like Joel Embiid that they're going to have to go through. And without an Andre Drummond, it's going to be tough, because really Embiid is a very difficult matchup for the Nets the way they're constructed right now. So it's going to be a difficult thing, but there's no doubt about it. The Los Angeles Lakers have got to make a run at Andre Drummond. I have no doubt that they will make a run at Andre Drummond, and we'll see what Andre Drummond does. That's if he's bought out. So there's a lot of speculation going on here. I believe March 25th is the trading deadline and all this other stuff. It's going to be very, very interesting to see exactly which direction the Los Angeles Lakers go. And there's also talk if they don't get Andre Drummond. Initially, they said that they were not interested in Demarcus Cousins coming back here, but they have said that they are very interested in Demarcus Cousins if Andre Drummond is not available. Either way, obviously, Andre Drummond's probably the better player at this point in his career, and Demarcus Cousins is not what he used to be either, but it would help to have depth at that position, even if it is in the form of a Demarcus Cousins or in the person of a Demarcus Cousins. The Los Angeles Lakers need that guy. They need a guy that can rebound. They need a guy that can score a little bit, and Cousins will give them that as well. But obviously, their preference is Andre Drummond, as it should be for anybody. And Andre Drummond's going to command a lot of attention from a lot of teams if he's bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers. I just don't see anybody signing him or trading for him and taking on that $28.8 million contract or whatever he's making. It's somewhere in that area. It'd be very difficult for a team to take that on. If he's bought out, obviously they can sign him for whatever they like, and then Andre Drummond can decide where he wants to go. Well, that'd be better for both teams probably at this point. But anyway, that's what I got in the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll see what happens going forward. And, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. We're only a couple days away. The Laker Dog will be back, and I hope you guys and girls will subscribe. I hope you guys and girls will come back, and we'll be right back at it Friday night. It's Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I'm out. Peace!